It was a spectacular day over in Griffith Park today, as well as the surrounding Los Angeles area. We were drenched in Southern California sunshine, but now it's nighttime, and the action about to heat up inside the Galen Center, where USC and Washington will claim the final spot left in the national semifinals. And let's take a look at the lineups. First for the Trojans of USC, Samantha Bricio, one of my favorite players to watch, the best server in the nation statistically.
And USC run by two setters. They run a 6-2 offense. Haley Crone and freshman setter from Italy, Alicia Pizzasigola.
And for Washington, they are led by Krista Vansant, the Pac-12 Player of the Year.
And Leanna Sibelden, middle blocker for Washington, always matches up very well against this USC team.
We will play a best 3 out of 5 set match. The first 4 sets go to 25, win by 2. If we make a final set like we saw between Penn State and Stanford today, that's first to 15, win by 2. 15 subs per set per team. We have set the stage, and finally, Holly, we're going to get this thing going. I can't wait.
I can't wait. I think everybody's excited. Finally, we had to wait till 8:30 p.m., but here we are.
Look at Natalie Haglund, and there's Alexis Olgard. Now, interesting, Holly, she did not play at all last night for USC.
You're right, and it was kind of a mystery, but I talked to Coach McHaley, and she's kind of had a stress reaction in her foot. And doctors just discovered that this week. She's been in a boot when she's not out here, and they wanted to just be really careful and see how she felt. She didn't feel great last night, feels better tonight.
Sarah Shaw back to serve as soon as she gets the green light from our NCAA tournament officials. Again, this is the 3rd time these two teams have met. USC has lost to Washington 3-1 in the previous 2 matches. In fact, that was the only match this year that USC lost here inside the Galen Center. Shaw to start us out. Little off speed on the opening possession, and it is put down by Sibelden.
For some reason, Leanna Sibelden always has a big match against this USC team, starting off things right for the Washington Huskies.
Orlandini, the libero from here in California, 4-year starter, serves first for Washington. Nwanebu puts it down deep in the corner, and we're tied at 1.
Ebony Nwanebu was the hot hitter last night for USC, and she just continues with the deep ball to the corner.
Pac-12 Freshman of the Year from Fairview, Texas. Olgard serving, and that's a little long. That was her first serve of the weekend. Sends it long and side out to Washington. The Huskies lead 2-1. Olgard having the best season of her career. It was quite a loss for them last night not having her in the lineup, but they still won. Jenny Nogueras from Puerto Rico, one of the setters for Washington. Nogueras with the set. Good up by Haglund. Bricio's first swing, and a nice dig by Orlandini. Vansant puts it down for the Huskies.
What a transition swing by Krista Vansant. Huge block set up in front of her, but able to swing fast and hard and put that ball down for Washington.
When you are the Pac-12 Player of the Year, that is saying something. That means you're one of the best players in the nation, period. Nwanebu, touched, point to the Trojans.
Ebony Nwanebu with her 2nd kill, only a freshman, but carries a big offensive load for this USC team.
Nwanebu had 18 kills last night against BYU, hit .515. One of our favorite names to say, Pizzasigola, the setter from Italy. How do you say her first name, Holly?
Alice. Just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Had never been to the United States before she arrived on campus last August. First kill of the match by Elise Ruddens, the freshman from Laguna Niguel, California.
So far, most of the offense coming from the right side of USC's attack. Another freshman, Elise Ruddens, with the kill there.
We're tied at 3. Good serve. Set goes to Bricio. Good block by the Huskies. Nagaris will set. Rudden sits through the block. Point to Washington. And a kill off the left side by Nelson.
Cassie Strickland, number 8 in white for Washington Huskies. Fantastic dig. Fastball out to Nelson, who's able to put that ball down for Washington.
Vansant serving now. Huskies up by 1. Quick set to Ogums. And a good dig. Longest rally of the start of this set so far.
Net violation by USC. Unfortunate error.
A look at the legendary Mick Haley. He's also a Hall of Famer like you, Holly. In his 13th season at USC, has taken the women of Troy to a couple of NCAA titles. And this is a familiar spot for USC, their 4th straight regional final. Ruddens gets another kill from that right side, and USC climbs within 1. Jim McLaughlin, in his 13th season, led this program, Washington, to the national championship in 2005. They swept every match that year en route to the title. We've got 2 of the game's great coaches going at it today, a lot like we had earlier today between Stanford and Penn State. Bricio, best server in the nation. That was her first delivery. Smart shot by Kaylee Nelson. Saw that opening.
Credit Orlandini. Jenna Orlandini, the senior libero for Washington, puts up a perfect pass for Washington.
6-4, Huskies leading. Melanie Wade to serve. Ruddens will try again, hits right at Strickland. Strickland, an outside hitter, despite her small size at 5'8", but boy, she is good over there.
Cassie Strickland's only 5'8", but she gets up and gets the job done.
USC going for its 4th NCAA title. They haven't won one since 2003, and Washington winning the NCAA title in 2005. One of these teams will be going to the national semifinals, guaranteeing the Pac-12 a representative there. And a little miss hit there by Sibelden, but it finds the open court.
Even the miss hit works for Leanna Sibelden, number 10 in the middle. She gets up, quick arm, little misconnection, but gets the ball down to the ground for Washington.
Washington still has not committed a hitting error, hitting .429. Ogums keeps it alive. Hagelin going to go back to Shaw. Nogueros, here's Vansant. Double contact on Washington, point to USC.
Krista Vansant went to handset that ball and just mishandled it. You need to contact it 2 hands evenly, and it was just spinning like crazy.
Eight to 5, Washington leads. Good dig by Hagelin, all-time leader in that category for USC, and that is perfect. Bricio out of the back row.
Watch this dig by Natalie Hagelin, pops it up, and then Samantha Bricio in transition pipe execution.
The USC block is there. Olgard and Shaw combined.
Alexis Olgar, senior middle blocker, number 1, 6'5", does a solid job at the net, and she closes to Sarah Shaw.
USC within 1, Washington up 8-7, opening set in this best-of-5 set match. The winner to the national semifinals. Strickland with a kill.
Cassie Strickland doesn't see a lot of sets for Washington, but she does a good job managing her offense, taking smart swings. You see right there, she gets that ball through the block.
Katie Beals in to serve. Another Texas product. We've got a lot of Texans on the floor out here in California, Holly. And Olgard gets the kill for the Trojans.
Everybody knew the ball was going to Alexis Olgard in the middle. Three-person block. Alexis Olgard able to sneak it through for USC.
And that was her first kill of the night. Again, did not play in the match against BYU last night. Ace for Haley Crone.
That was a little bit of Washington's own medicine. Haley Crone serves into traffic right at Leanna Sebelden's head. The passer behind her could not see the ball dropping.
Yeah, Sebelden ducked. So we're tied at 9. Washington unable to protect the lead. And now gets it back behind a kill from Munoz.
Good communication by Washington to take care of that pass right on the line. And then Kylan Munoz to the deep corner for the Huskies.
One of the better servers for Washington, Strickland, about to deliver it. And Olgard making a difference right away in the middle for USC.
Haley Crone and Alexis Olgard usually don't match up as center middle blocker. It looks like they've switched middles and flip-flopped them in the lineup. It's usually Pizza Sigola setting Olgard.
And you mentioned that there have been some flip-flops in the USC lineup over the past few weeks. And they're hoping some of those changes will improve their performance against Washington.
Definitely looking for more balance and more pressure on their opponents with these flip-flops in the lineup.
Huskies back in front by 1. Orlandini serves. Hagelin had to go deep to return it. Vansant dug up by Hagelin. Nwanebu, Strickland gets a hand on it. How about this? No way! And it hits the scoreboard and comes down on Washington's side, so it's going to be USC's point. Now, if it hits the scoreboard and comes down on the other team's side, it's a live ball.
What effort by Katie Beals, one of the setters for Washington. Cassie Strickland just trying to use all her power to get it over. What would you call that thing that it hit?
Well, I mean, it's the scoreboard. Vansant with the kill, but I know what you mean. There's a padded area up there that it definitely hit. And that I don't know. Let's take a look.
Hangs right over the court, not too high.
Yeah.
Rarely a factor, though.
Washington up 1. Nwanebu cross court. Touched by Washington, and the point goes to the Trojans.
I'm constantly impressed by the offensive range of Ebony Nwanebu. At 6'4", she gets her feet to the ball and uses all of the court.
Future so bright for the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. Pizza Sigola, the Italian, again back to serve. Speaks very little English, but getting better and better. Quick set to Ogums. And Ogums, who had a very good match last night, filling in for Olgard with a nice kill there.
And now Alicia Ogums in place of Hannah Schreier, running that 3-set, which they were so effective with last night. Major improvement for the USC offense.
And the Trojans have the lead. Good serve. Bricio hits right into that block and is stuffed.
Krista Vansant and Melanie Wade, huge. Samantha Bricio elevates, but this is a free ball situation, advantage USC, but Krista Vansant, Melanie Wade, solid block on the right side.
Off the slide, Ruddens gets the kill.
USC taking advantage, consistent hole in the block for Washington. On the left side and middle, not closing the block for the Huskies.
Bricio leads the nation in service aces. She's got 85 this season. Had 5 aces last night against BYU. Strickland somehow powers through that big USC block.
Low seam working for Cassie Strickland. She is fired up. Big transition kill by number 8 in white.
Tied again at 14. Again, Washington beat USC twice this year, 3-1. Only loss the Trojans have had on this court this year. Ruddens loads up, but Strickland was waiting on her. Point to the Huskies. A very tight start to this match between these two teams who are playing for the 3rd time this year, this time with the national semis on the line. Well, in men's soccer, the last team standing, Maryland and Notre Dame, face off tomorrow to be called the men's soccer champion. Which team will etch their name in history? The championship of the NCAA Men's College Cup, presented by Northwestern Mutual, tomorrow at 3 Eastern on ESPNU and also live on Watch ESPN. These two teams meeting for the 3rd time on October 27th here on this court. Washington beat USC. And then on November 15th in Seattle, same score, same result, and a big match for Vansant.
USC's made some adjustments to their lineup. It's so far paying off.
Huskies up 1 here in the opening set. A lot of ties. And now the Huskies go up 2 after Pizza Segola can't dig that out.
Coach Jim McLaughlin for Washington puts a huge emphasis on serving. Every day they start with serving, they end with serving, and they talk about it daily. And it pays off. Everybody serves well from the line.
Shaw misses it wide. I know in working with Karch Karai this year, Holly, he's emphasizing that with the national team. That's really what he's focusing on for our future Olympic team.
I think that's a good idea. It works for Jim McLaughlin at Washington.
Timeout on the floor. Washington up 3. USC trying to slow down the Huskies. Huskies up 3 against USC here in the opening set of this regional final in Los Angeles. We'll transition to men's college basketball tomorrow night. Freshman sensation Jabari Parker and the 8th-ranked Duke Blue Devils are on ESPNU tomorrow night when they welcome Gardner-Webb to Cameron Indoor Stadium. Gardner-Webb taking on Duke Monday at 7 Eastern on ESPNU and also live on Watch ESPN. Now, I got to read the card like it's written, but I don't think Duke is welcoming Gardner-Webb into Cameron. Is anybody welcome in there? That is one of the great venues in college sports. Hope you'll watch tomorrow night. Here, one of the hotbeds of volleyball across the nation, the Southern California area. And Washington is now up 4 behind that kill from Strickland, a 6-1 run by the Huskies.
Cassie Strickland 4 for 5, hitting a whopping 800.
Mick Haley, I really like watching Mick Haley on the bench. He spends a lot of time talking to the players as they rotate out, letting them know exactly what he expects. That is a kill off the left side by Shaw.
USC finally able to side out and end that long Washington run.
Hagelin, 3-time Pac-12 Libero of the Year, first All-American Libero here at USC. And another kill by Kaylee Nelson.
Kaylee Nelson, kind of a slow start for her. That's only her 3rd kill on 11 swings. But sometimes she starts slow and just turns it on, and look out.
She has steadily progressed over her 3 years at Washington. Her numbers dramatically improve each season. Ruddens tries to go over the block, does. Strickland hits into the block and doesn't find success as Olgard and Ruddens there, just too tough.
Watch Alexis Olgard do what she does best at 6'5", putting up a wall for USC.
Olgard with 2 blocks, 2 kills, hasn't made an error. Deals with the set. A little off speed from Munoz, dug out by Crone, excuse me. And Nwanebu gets the kill for the Trojans.
Ebony Nwanebu, 7 in black, has just been on fire. 5 kills on 6 swings.
No errors. USC within 2. Back row attack, Vansant dug by Bricio. Shaw. Not touched, point to USC, and all of a sudden the Trojans are within 1. And Washington is going to take a timeout as a result. Back and forth we go. And Washington up by 1. Both these teams, Holly, run a 6-2. Why don't you explain that to people who are maybe new to volleyball a little bit?
Well, for one, it means that both teams always have 3 front row attackers and then obviously 2 back row attackers, because your setter will always be in the back row. Alicia Pizza-Sigola and Haley Crone run the USC offense, and Katie Beals and Jenny Nogueras from Puerto Rico run Washington offense. It's been a nice, I don't know if it's a nice trend, because as a setter, I'd never wanted to leave the court.
Yeah.
But it's a trend because coaches want point scorers on the court. And when your setter's in the front row, she's not necessarily a point scorer. You only have 2 other hitters. So it's a trend that we're starting to see across the country.
And you think we're going to see more and more of that?
I guess when you have the personnel on your team, 2 good setters at an equal level and enough point scorers, hitters, it's going to happen. Obviously, as a small setter, I didn't want to run a 6-2, but it's definitely a trend and working well for both these volleyball programs.
And that's one of the challenges, isn't it, to find setters that are willing to do it?
Yes, definitely. Haley Crone had some nice quotes prior to this regional saying, look, if it works for the team, if it makes our team better, I'm willing to do it, anything to win. I like that attitude.
USC has climbed back to within 1 point of Washington here in this opening set. And just by virtue of the fact they've lost twice to Washington, you've got to think this first set is very important for the confidence of USC. Good crowd on hand here tonight to watch this regional final. Olgard ties the score.
Prior to that, Leanna Sibelden for Washington was 2 for 2. Alexis Olgard matching up against Sibelden for that particular reason.
We're tied at 19. Vansant gets the lead back for the Huskies.
In-system pipe set to the back row. Krista Vansant terminates.
Vansant, 4 kills, no errors, 3 digs. Good hitting tonight from both teams. Good serve from Strickland. Nwanebu. How about that from Orlandini? And Nwanebu finally succeeds, hitting it right at Strickland.
Nwanebu, that's her 6th kill. I mean, just every time. High and hard.
Tied at 20. Remember, first to 25, win by 2 takes the set. Off-speed success by Sibelden. She's used that shot before, a little roll shot.
Leanna Sibelden has a big blocker in front of her, so the short shot right over the top drops.
1 point advantage now for Washington. Beals with a set. Vansant unable to hit through the block as Nwanebu and Olgard combine.
Olgard and Ebony Nwanebu just put up a wall. Krista Vansant tried to go low seam, and Nwanebu reached in and closed that seam for SC.
Taylor Whittingham in to serve for USC. Her first appearance in the lineup. We're tied at 21. That was good. Wade puts it down, sharp angle.
Melanie Wade's first kill of the match, gets up, arm quick, hard angle for Washington.
Subs coming in for Washington. So Beal's rotating out. Nagaris is being inserted into the lineup to serve now.
It appears that Washington's really going after Samantha Bricio for USC in service receive.
Great effort there by Nwanebu to keep that alive, and then Nwanebu dumps it over to get the point.
Have to be more aggressive for Washington. This is a nice, that's the second play. Ebony Nwanebu putting up a wall for USC.
We're tied at 22. We've had 12 ties in this opening set. Vansant sends it right over our head successfully.
I love the arm speed by Krista Vansant. Perfect pass, and she sees that the middle blocker's late and attacks it quick and hard.
That bounces up into the stands. Vansant trying to get Washington to set point. Nice serve, right up Bricio. And that's good. Set point Washington. As Nelson finds the angle, and a timeout taken by USC.
Kind of an off-speed shot right back, which is where the setter defends. Smart shot.
So one spot left in the national semifinals to be claimed, as we've got 3 national semifinalists already. Texas will meet Wisconsin Thursday at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN2. Texas, the defending national champions. And then Penn State awaits the winner of this one. So we've got 2 Big Ten teams in the national semis, 1 Big 12 team, and we're also going to have a Pac-12 team as well. Let's look back at the day, some of the stars.
Haley Eckerman, one of the candidates for Player of the Year out of Texas. Just unstoppable. Her serve is such a weapon, and in the front row, she has developed every weapon on the court for Texas.
Yeah, Texas national champions last year, beating Oregon to win the title, and Texas the #1 seed this year.
Texas so strong on the left side with Bailey Webster and Haley Eckerman. Kat Bell in the middle. They're just so solid all around, and they won the national title last year. They lost 1 key player, so they just rebuilt that team.
Texas beating Nebraska just before this match, sweeping the Huskers shockingly in Lincoln. So set point Washington, and it will be Vansant serving to try to lock down this opening set for the Huskies. And Bricio tools the block, point to USC.
That's a big swing from Samantha Bricio. First of all, they're serving her, and then big block in front of her, high hand kill by Samantha Bricio.
And this is exactly what USC wants. They want her back to serve. 85 aces this year, including 5 last night against BYU. She's had 6 matches this year with at least 5 aces. Almost commits an error there. That's long. And we are tied at 24. It's win by 2 from here on out. The 13th tie of the set, and a timeout taken by Washington as they can't convert the set point.
Jim McLaughlin trying to ice Samantha Bricio and give his team a breather to regroup mentally.
Washington on a 6-match win streak, and USC appearing in its 4th straight regional final. They've made 9 in 13 years under Mick Haley.
2 teams offensively pretty even. USC hitting .256, Washington hitting a little bit better, 275, but the blocking advantage goes to USC with 5 blocks over Washington's 3, and that's an unusual stat. Usually Washington leads that category.
Washington, the champions of the Pac-12, 29-2 record. They were 18-2 in the Pac-12. It was their first Pac-12 title since 2008. And of course, Krista Vansant, we've talked about several times, the Pac-12 Player of the Year for Jim McLaughlin. And for USC, pretty much unbeatable here at home, except losing that match to Washington. And they finished 3rd in the Pac-12 this year. Natalie Hagelin, the Pac-12 Libero of the Year for the 3rd time. And Hagelin also just named an academic first-team All-American. Again, great atmosphere here in Los Angeles, always is when the sport of volleyball is played. As Natalie Hagelin tries to get her Trojans fired up. We're tied at 24. It's win by 2 now for both teams to claim this opening set. And Bricio, the best server on the floor, back to do that. Serves it at Vansant. She handles it. Strickland off speed, yes. Found that opening.
Didn't expect that ball to drop. A little bit of tentative D by USC, and Natalie Hagelin ran in last second trying to save that.
A second set point for Washington as Wade gets ready to serve. Nagaris with the back set. That's out, and we're tied again.
Nelson trying to go high hands. I thought she might have got a piece, but nobody else saw it.
Nelson gets charged with a hitting error. Hagelin's back to serve. 2 set points have come and gone for Washington. Strickland finds the line.
Wow. Cassie Strickland she had a tiny area of court to attack, and she put it there fast.
A 3rd set point for Washington. Beals is back to serve. The setter from Austin, Texas. Her family now lives near Seattle. And she commits the error. Service error to get us tied again. I have not seen a lot of service errors in this set. It's been a very clean start so far. That was costly as Crone ready to deliver for USC. Nwanebu, good up by Orlandini. And Sant tips it. Munoz, good dig by Hagelin. Back row attack from Bricio. Nwanebu tries one more time. It's good. And USC will have its first set point as a result.
What a rally. Fantastic D on both sides of the net. Ebony Nwanebu, you think she's going to hit the ball straight down, but she's got all the angles, that deep corner working for her.
USC comes from behind to take the opening set. The Trojans have not beaten Washington all year, but this would be to get to the national semifinals, and the Trojans are 1 set closer to doing that. USC takes the opening set, 28-26. The Huskies will be trying to fight back when we return. USC has just come from behind to take the opening set, 28-26. And Ebony Nwanebu was a big reason why.
Ebony Nwanebu has been so good for USC on the right side. Getting it done offensively, using the whole court deep corner They love to push that offense wide to her, and she puts up a big block as well. 7 kills on 14 swings, hitting 500, and Washington knows the ball is going to her.
Here's the overall numbers for both teams. But again, you know, to me, Holly, it just came down to heart at the end of that set. I mean, it was an emotional end to the set.
Definitely. Well, you saw it last night against BYU. USC fought. They won 32-30 in that first set against BYU, and they fought till the end.
I mean, I certainly don't mean to say that Washington didn't have heart in that set, but you get the feeling USC wants to beat Washington, wants to prove it can defeat this team that's gotten them 2 times. They've got the added bonus of being in front of their home crowd. But Washington is so talented. We'll see if they fight back here. Strickland starts us out. And it's Nwanebu who gets the kill for the Trojans.
Kill number 8 for Nwanebu.
You know, Washington Huskies, 6th time they've lost the first set this year. They're 3-2. So both matches they lost this year then were after they lost the opening set. So that's a more telling stat after losing the first set. Remember, Washington 29-2 this year. Point for the Huskies.
After looking at the stat that stands out in my mind is Washington 9 errors. They usually don't make more than 3 errors a set. In the first set, there were 9 hitting errors.
2 players with 3 apiece. Vansant misses. She's one of those that you don't expect to see a lot of errors from, but Vansant now has 4 errors. 5 kills, 14 swings. She's hitting below 100.
Very rare to see those type of hitting errors. Just not getting a whole hand on the ball, missing it.
Vansant hits .321 for the season. Pizza Segola back to serve. USC up 2-1, second set. And this time she connects.
The great ones bounce back. When you make some errors, you bounce back and you just keep going for it. And she does right there, beating Natalie Hagelin in the angle.
So we're tied at 2. Nigueras, a 5th-year senior from Puerto Rico. Bricio gets it. Orlandini tried to dig it, could not.
Samantha Bricio has had kind of a quiet night offensively. This goes off the tape. Looks like it's dropping in for USC.
Bricio with 3 kills. Remember last night, she had her 21st double-double of her career, 22 kills that tied her season high. Orlandini calls everybody off, and for good reason, as she sets Nelson, who gets the kill.
What a great transition swing by Kaylee Nelson. This ball set inside, she works hard, both arms, gets her feet to the ball. Big swing for Washington.
Vansant will serve. And put down from the right side by Nelson this time.
Back-to-back swings by Kaylee Nelson. When she's hot for Washington, the team goes with her. They usually roll, that time getting the ball again to drop in front of Hagelin.
Nelson with 6 kills. And yes, that's good, an ace for Vansant as it just dribbles over the top of the net cord.
The flat jump float serve had enough power behind it to get the trickle down.
And it gives Washington a 2-point lead, 5-3. Just hit the net again. Ruddens. Strickland gets the kill for Washington.
Cassie Strickland has 7 kills on 10 swing. She is putting up big numbers. She usually doesn't see this many swings in a match.
Good up by Vansant. Strickland again. And Vansant puts it down. The Huskies starting to get some distance between themselves and the Trojans right now, but no timeout taken by USC yet.
Credit Washington. They're covering the ball and continuing to attack USC.
And Shaw gets the kill for the Trojans.
Sarah Shaw execute the high hand swing, number 10 in black right there for USC.
Just her second kill off 13 swings. She's had 4 digs though. Shaw from Austin, Texas. Low set and denied by Ogums, or excuse me, Olgard.
I think Washington should run the middle, but you have to make Alexis Olgard move. She did not even have to take a step.
USC within 2. Put down by Nelson. She's had a big second set already.
A little bit of a slow start, but she's turned it on. Quick ball back, it's inside, but Nelson gets her feet there. Quick seam hit for Washington.
And now Nelson back to serve. Made the Pac-12 team for the all Pac-12 team for the first time this year. Ruddens gets the side out for USC.
USC going high hands and doing it well the last couple of swings for kills.
Ruddens up to 4 kills as she rotates out. Haley Crone back to serve. Crone, one of the setters from Temecula, California. Family owns 15 horses on a ranch in the valley there. That's out.
Jenny Nogueras worked hard to get that ball in a hittable position. Kaylee Nelson just could not get on top of it for Washington.
USC within 1. It was a 4-point lead for Washington. Sebeldon doesn't fool Crone. And Nwanebu gets another kill. She's had the hot swing for USC. That's her 9th kill to lead the whole match.
Well, the crowd likes to say it, Nwanebu, and you see it right there down the line for USC.
We are tied at 8 here in the second set. USC leads by a set in a quest for the national semis. It'll be a beautiful night here in Southern California, specifically on the campus of USC. We're tied at 8 here in the second set. Nelson has been the hot player for Washington here in the second set.
Kaylee Nelson, the junior opposite, really working hard, getting her feet to the ball. 7 kills, most of them from the right side, hitting quick seam for the Huskies.
Nelson, 7 kills, couple of digs. We're tied at 8 as Crone puts it in play. Here's Nelson again. And Nwanebu has just been too tough for Washington so far. And that's not always been the case when they played, right?
No, they've been able to slow her down, and Coach McHaley for USC says, we flipped the lineup, Bricio and Shaw, switch spots, and now Ebony Nwanebu has less pressure on her offensively, and it definitely is paying off.
She's the only player in double figures. Tied again at 9. Strickland with another kill for Washington.
Cassie Strickland with her 8th kill. She leads all Washington players. 2 other players, Vansant and Nelson, with 7 kills apiece.
It was a little too far for Shaw, but she gets it over the net. Vansant out of the back row. And Nwanebu is perfect again. Still no errors for Nwanebu, and that is her 11th kill on 19 swings.
Unbelievable. Everybody in the Galen Center knows the ball's going to Ebony Nwanebu, and Washington cannot slow her down. 11 kills.
She's had 52 swings this weekend and only 1 error. Point to USC, and the Trojans lead by 2.
Looking at the stats, errors for USC, errors for Washington. The big difference, 12 errors for Washington, 4 for USC.
Now, Washington looks a little out of sorts right now. Quick set, and it's Alexis Olgard who puts it down.
Alexis Olgard 3 for 4 on the night. Getting it done defensively, but now adding a little offense as well for USC.
Shaw will serve, and that's out. Shaw's mom, a former collegiate tennis player. You don't get 2 serves to put it in play in volleyball, though. 1 and done, and that gives the side out back to Washington. Strickland. Bricio popped straight up by Orlandini. And Vansant hits it over the block, gets it tipped, and Washington within 1.
Katie Beals bumps at that ball. It was dug so high, but gave Krista Vansant a good opportunity to put the ball away.
Strickland, Washington's best server. It's it right at Hagelin. And Nwanebu puts it down again.
I don't know what else we can say. We've been talking about it all night.
She's just good.
She's good, and I keep saying her name, Ebony Nwanebu. Getting it done for USC, been unstoppable.
13 kills. Ruddens is closest with 4 on the USC team. That's how far apart she's set herself. That hits the court. Vansant gets credit for the kill. And Vansant quietly getting close to double figures in kills, and she's got 12 digs, so Vansant working on a double-double despite a few more errors than she would like. Nwanebu again. I mean, it almost just looks too easy for her tonight.
She's getting her feet to the ball, seeing the court. Washington had a solid block in front of her. They got a little bit wide, and Nwanebu hit that sharp angle ball.
I mean, it was really the only open spot on the court, and she made it look easy putting it there. She's back to serve now. USC up 2. Munoz, good dig by Nwanebu too. Nice up by Hagelin. And Bricio hits it long, no touch. Side out to Washington. Yeah, Bricio, only 3 kills tonight, and Bricio had an outstanding match last night with 22 kills. So that's, I don't know if that's good news or bad news for Washington, because you got to think she's going to get going at some point.
Well, USC has been slowed down on the outsides, but they have no answer for Ebony Nwanebu.
Here's Bricio again. And Vansant picks up the point for the Huskies. We're tied at 14.
This is the time when Washington needs to score, because Ebony Nwanebu is on the bench. Washington's going to go on a run right now if they can.
Nogueira serving. Quick set, and into the net are the Trojans. Point to the Huskies. Hogan's got a little too close to that net, and it gives Washington the 1-point advantage as we continue to go back and forth. Oh, Nwanebu mistimed that.
You don't see that happen very often,
No.
unfortunately.
I love that little setup she does before the serve. But an error from Bricio, you don't see that very often either. So we've had back-to-back service errors.
Credit Jenna Orlandini, the libero for Washington, who has been passing her serve pretty well all night long.
Shaw, dug by Nwanebu. Strickland, nice up by Hagelin. Orlandini dives in to save it. Oh, nice rally. And the overpass is cleaned up by Ogums.
Both teams playing all out on defense. This ball dug over the net. Ogums with the tap down for USC.
Again, another overpass. This time it's Shaw who picks it off.
USC serving into traffic. Krista Vansant doesn't get a great touch on it. Says, my fault, I'll pull you off.
And Strickland has it blocked back down into the court by Olgard. USC is fired up. 3 spectacular points in a row by the Trojans to get this crowd absolutely pumped. The Trojans up a set and looking good here in the second. But don't go anywhere. This is still too close to call. USC up 18-16 here in the second set. 3 fun points in a row for the Trojans. NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship coverage continues with the national semifinals Thursday at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN2. For more information on the NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship, visit ncaa.com, your home for all 89 NCAA championships. Hagelin to serve. USC with some momentum. Can they sustain it? Nelson had the hot hand earlier for Washington. She's had 2 swings here without a kill in this rally. She'll try again. Blocked. The USC block has come to play tonight.
USC knows they're not going to set Melanie Wade in transition, and that puts a lot of pressure on Cassie Strickland. She's undersized to start. Huge block waiting in front of her.
USC out blocking Washington 8-3 tonight. And again, another good defensive effort by the Trojans. And finally, Wade puts it down to stop the USC run.
Melanie Wade needs to see more balls in transition for Washington. She can be so good.
Wade back to serve from Palo Alto, California. Good serve right at Shaw. Good angle. That almost hits that scoreboard again. Oh, nice effort from Ruddens, but Washington just too solid, gets the point and is within 1.
USC touching everything defensively. Almost gets that ball to drop.
That was a good serve. That's out. Sebeldon misses it as Washington was starting to reclaim some momentum.
That's an area where Washington usually executes very well that middle transition set, just missing wide. Leanna Sebeldon.
Crone to serve, USC up 20-18. First to 25, win by 2, takes the set. We'll have our intermission after this set. Ace by Crone.
This time USC putting the pressure on Washington from the service line. Haley Crone gets that ball to drop.
And Nelson back to her successful ways. Nelson, though, will rotate out. Washington trailing by 2. Beals to serve. Back row attack from Bricio. And the Husky block is too solid.
In transition, Bricio goes out of the back row, triple block in front of her. Little momentum right now on Washington's side.
Nwanebu finally back up in that front row and making her presence known.
Washington trying to climb back in this set, but Ebony Nwanebu back in the front row for USC with her 15th kill.
And no errors. Overpass, Sebeldon handles it.
It's all about execution at the end of the set. One of the best Washington servers on the back line right now, Cassie Strickland.
Strickland and the Huskies trailing by 1. Trying to avoid going down 2 sets. Excellent serve by Strickland. We're tied at 22, an ace. There's that serve by Strickland. And a timeout taken by the Trojans as we're now tied at 22 in this crucial stage of the second set. Let's take a look at how USC plans for success, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual. And Natalie Haglund specifically is who we will be taking a look at.
Natalie Haglund, one of the best liberos in the country. Such an important part of the success at USC because they have so many offensive weapons. They need first contact balls. Natalie Haglund does that for USC.
Haglund also a success in the classroom as well. She was just named first team academic All-American. Natalie Haglund, definitely a key to USC's success. There's Haglund on the bench, the first ever All-American libero here at USC. It could be a rising Olympic star, perhaps, for Karch Karai at some point over the course of her career. She's certainly set herself apart at her position. Also was an accomplished surfer when she was younger. Won a couple of surfing championships here in Southern California, down in the San Diego area. Did you ever surf, Holly?
In Hawaii, yes.
Okay.
I love being in the ocean, but Natalie Haglund's family loves to go to San Onofre and surf together, spend the day at the beach. I saw a little special on it. It looked like a really good time.
So we're tied at 22. The national semifinals on the line for these two Pac-12 rivals. USC up a set. Strickland and the Huskies with the side out. Close to the net. still alive. And a lift called against Washington. The point will go to USC.
Big block for USC. That's an 8 block to 3 block advantage for the Trojans.
Whittingham back in to serve. And Samantha Bricio gets the Trojans to set point. Semeldon sides out for Washington. But still a set point facing the Huskies. Ebony Nwanebu, who has been the big story for USC tonight, comes up with the last kill of the second set. And USC has done something it hasn't done all year, take 2 sets off Washington.
It's been all about Ebony Nwanebu, number 7 in black. She has 16 kills in the first 2 sets. Unbelievable.
Hitting 640 for the match. So USC in an unfamiliar place, up 2 sets to 0 against Washington. We're at intermission. When we come back, we'll join Matt Schick and Kelly Tennant in the ESPN studio. USC up 2 sets to 0 against Washington in both teams' pursuit of the national semifinals. And hello everyone, Sam Gore along with Holly McPeak. And Holly, you saw the 2 previous regular season matches between these 2 teams. What was different tonight?
Ebony Nwanebu, she has been unstoppable for USC. And then the block category, USC owning that. That's something Washington usually dominates. The other stat is errors. Washington usually plays very low error game. Right now, 16 errors to USC's 7.
Nwanebu, not one of those players who was committing errors. In fact, she had 0 errors in the first 2 sets and has only had 1 error the entire weekend.
You see kills minus errors divided by total attempts, and that's how you get the hitting percentage. 640 is ridiculous. If you're over 300, it's good. 640 is out of this world.
So no errors tonight for Nwanebu. She only had 1 last night against BYU. And USC, as a result, is up 2 sets to 0. Remember, Washington has beaten USC 3-1 in both regular season matchups. But this is such a talented Washington team, Holly. I know you'd have to be shocked to see USC get the sweep here.
I would definitely be shocked. I think Washington's going to respond here.
It'll be Sarah Shaw serving. I know one team that did not want an intermission, that was USC, because the Trojans had so much momentum. And right away, Vansant gets the Huskies in the scoring column. And as you can see, not a good omen for Jim McLaughlin and his Huskies. They haven't come back from 2 sets down all season, but they've only lost twice. Both of those matches they were down 2 sets. And Bricio evens the score at 1. Bricio really has not gotten going so far. She's shown flashes of brilliance in terms of kills. That's just her 5th kill, and remember she had 22 last night.
It's been a quiet night for Samantha Bricio, but she doesn't have to do much when Ebony Nwanebu is doing what she's doing.
Olgard, who didn't play last night against BYU, has had a solid match, served that. And Vansant has both points for Washington so far. Krista Vansant, the Pac-12 Player of the Year, 6th rotation player. Really, no shot she cannot hit. Deadly all over the court. Nogueras back to serve. Good up by Strickland. And Vansant this time misses wide. And the Trojans get the side out with the score tied at 2. Trojans seeking their 4th national title. Washington seeking its 2nd. One of these two teams is going to represent the Pac-12 in the national semifinals on Thursday night and will face Penn State. Penn State getting by Stanford of the Pac-12 earlier today in 5 sets. That was a fun match to watch. Shaw misses wide on that. Point to Washington.
We can sense the urgency on the Washington side, trying to get their rhythm, get their game going.
And for USC, however, they're not used to being in this situation against Washington.
They certainly aren't.
Good up from Shaw. Yeah, double contact by Nogueras. She was trying to get that set up.
That ball was passed a little bit too tight to the net. Nogueras had a hard time getting her hands on the ball.
Bricio back to serve for USC. We're tied at 3. Trojans trying to sweep and work their way into the national semis. Nice serve. Good dig, though, received by Orlandini. There's a dig by Haglund. And Bricio just too long on that swing.
Haglund knew this ball was coming and flew in from the backcourt. She's not even in the picture. Pancakes digs that ball for USC.
Wade to serve. Washington up 1. Nelson misses wide, not touched. Point to USC. Nelson really got things going for Washington in the 2nd set, despite not being able to win the set. She had a good set individually.
We have to give credit to USC's defense. They're blocking well. They're in nice spots defensively against this Washington team.
USC out blocking Washington 9-4. There was a good block by Olgard. Olgard called for it, got it, and got the kill as well.
Interesting. Now Alice Pizzasigola is matching up with Alexis Olgard, and easy kill in transition.
Another good dig from Haglund. Ruddens.
Natalie Haglund running all over the place, keeping the ball alive for USC, and then Elise Ruddens gets it off the inside hand of Washington's block.
Strickland with a full head of steam puts it down.
Beautiful in-system offensive ball to the pin where Cassie Strickland was waiting.
How tough is Strickland? She played Pop Warner football as a young child, a quarterback and linebacker, so she is certainly tough. Bricio misses again.
Bricio very aggressive. Obviously out of system, trouble pass, going for that corner with pace.
Bricio did struggle in one of the matches against Washington earlier this year. In fact, she was pulled out of the match for a while. Olgard gets the side out for the Trojans, and USC leads by 1.
Alexis Olgard has the size, turns it away from the blockers. That's her 5th kill.
Olgard again did not play last night. She's been struggling with a foot issue. And it was a match time decision whether she would go tonight. Good serve from Crone. And Vansant can't get that over the net.
Feel like Washington needs to pick up their energy if they want to get back in this match.
This time the block goes out of bounds. Munoz with too powerful a swing. Fifth-year senior. Got that fifth year when BYU released her from her original letter of intent she signed as a senior in high school. She had committed to BYU but then changed her mind and came to Washington at the start of her freshman year knowing she'd lose a year of eligibility. And BYU graciously gave it back. Point to USC.
Reminder, fans, for the safety of the athletes, flash photography or video recording devices are not permitted at any time during the match.
No answer for Ebony Nwanebu tonight.
Vansant, that is perfect. Couldn't have walked it over there any better.
Krista Vansant trying to lead her team back emotionally. You see the fire she gives to her team as they get in a huddle after each point.
Huskies within one. Vansant again. The go-to player for Washington coming up big here.
Smart heads-up play by Krista Vansant. Deep line ball.
We're tied at 9. Nick Haley urging his team on. Trying to get them to believe they can do this. Nwanebu. As she just pours it on. Kill number 18. Still no errors.
Back set again. 18 tools the block. 18 kills so far.
Nwanebu, number 7. The last 3 players that have worn that jersey have been All-Americans here at USC. Vansant answers.
Now they have the returns for the women at Troy. Subbing in the match for the Huskies, number 6, Kaylee Nelson. Also subbing in the match, back to server, number 9, Jenny Nogueras.
We're tied at 10. Good serve. We are seeing a excellent performance by Ebony Nwanebu. The Pac-12 Freshman of the Year is looking like an All-American tonight.
After her 19th kill, she goes to take a short rest on the bench, and Washington has to be relieved.
Pizza Segola to serve. USC up 1. And Vansant successful again.
Krista passes this ball, and then Krista Vansant with the kill gets it to drop in front of the blockers.
Vansant up to 16 kills, 17 digs. Ogums answers for USC.
Melanie Wade for Washington needs to be over the net as Ogums is hitting.
Ogums, the first Canadian to play for USC from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And Bricio from Mexico came into this program when she was 17. That's just long. Bricio, I just don't think she's gotten on track overall tonight. I mean, they would not be here without her performance last night, but she hasn't been the same player tonight.
She hasn't, but the nice thing is when you have a team full of weapons, you don't have to have your best night.
Now, Nwanebu has really made up for anything that USC's been lacking. Ruddens. Nice up from Hagelin. And Bricio hits out. She's long on that swing. That is her 6th error of the match. Only 5 kills for Bricio.
Coach Mick Haley talking to Samantha Bricio, trying to get her back in the game.
you are hard-pressed to find a more player that's enjoyable to watch as Bricio when she's on. Another point for Washington as Sebelden gets the block. Mick Haley's going to take a timeout as the Huskies starting to build some momentum. They lead USC by 2 here in this third set. It was a beautiful day here in the Los Angeles area earlier today, but the only thing that could keep me out of this California sunshine was the volleyball that we've had on ESPNU all day today. I had a tough time leaving my hotel because, especially the way we started with Penn State and Stanford going 5 sets, Wisconsin taking out Purdue in 4, Texas sweeping Nebraska in Lincoln, which was a shock to me. And here we are, 1 spot left to be claimed. Washington, USC battling it out. The winner will face Penn State Thursday night in Seattle. Another good block by Sebelden.
I'm sensing energy on the Washington side that we haven't seen in a long time. This is a scoring run that could lead them to a victory in the third set.
Washington trying to get to the national semifinals in their home state, play in Seattle. It's been a carrot dangling in front of them all season. And a kill by Gabby Parker, who's into the match for the first time.
Gabby Parker is one of those players for Washington. I call her a utility player. She can come in any position and come in and add some offense. That's a big kill.
A 6-1 run by Washington. It has resulted in a 4-point lead, as Washington must win this set to keep its season alive. Schreier with the block. Sarah Shaw with the kill.
Sarah Shaw, too, has had a quiet night. That's only her 4th kill.
4 kills, 8 digs for Shaw. She also has a block thrown in there. Haglund to serve. And Sebelden is woken up here in the third set.
Well, Washington's picked up their passing and their block. Their energy is just way up.
Not that tall for a middle blocker at 6'1", but a good vertical jump, big arm. Was National Player of the Week earlier this year when she played so well here at USC at 15 kills in that match. Side out to USC.
Bad news for Washington.
Nwanebu's back in. Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Crone is back to serve, but Nwanebu's up on that front line with Shaw and Olgard. And no one's been able to stop Sebelden. This has got to go over. Block goes out of bounds, point to USC.
Natalie Haglund has been phenomenal, laying it out, running all over the court. Amazing. We're talking a lot about the players who are getting the kills at the net, but Natalie Haglund makes it happen.
It's got to go over. Good hustle by Haglund. Sebelden with the tip. Olgard was there. She didn't even jump for that. And put down by Munoz.
Never say die. Washington fought hard to keep that ball alive after a couple SC blocks and some big scramble plays. Ebony Nwanebu at 6'4", laid out to keep that ball alive.
Strickland waiting on the Trojans as Crone went around to the entire team to calm them down, try to get them fired up here. Crone with a set to Nwanebu. Perfectly placed again. Vansant this time. And a timeout taken by USC. Washington up by 4. USC trying to get the sweep, but the Huskies are not making it easy. Washington up by 4 here in the third set, trying to beat USC on its home court for the second time this year. It's the only match that Mick Haley's Trojans have lost in this building this year, and in fact, they've only lost 11 matches all time here in the Galen Center. That's a winning percentage of just under 91%. But Washington was able to be one of the few teams to pull that off earlier this year. Tonight, though, USC up 2 sets. A service error by Strickland pulls the Trojans to within 3. 19-16, the lead for Washington. Sarah Shaw to serve. And Nwanebu saved by Strickland. Good hustle by the Huskies. Nwanebu with the set. Gets it back. And Nwanebu 1 kill shy of her career high. She's now up to 20. Timeout by Washington. Krista Vansant, the leader of this Washington Husky team. Vansant tonight has had 17 kills and 19 digs. She's the Pac-12 Player of the Year.
Krista has been good, but Washington has made too many errors. That's really been the difference. Krista's so good. She passes, she blocks, she digs. When Washington needs a big kill, she takes the swing for the Huskies.
Well, when you're the Pac-12 Player of the Year, Holly, it immediately puts you in the conversation for National Player of the Year. Who else do you like?
Haley Eckerman out of Texas, definitely a favorite, especially with them going to the national semifinal. Kelsey Robinson, the transfer to Nebraska, Big Ten Player of the Year, also had a fantastic year.
Kelsey Robinson in the Huskers season ended by Haley Eckerman and the Longhorns earlier tonight. Vansant hoping that her team's season is not ended by the Trojans. A double-double tonight. USC has taken 2 sets off the Huskies, something that the Trojans have not been able to do this year. They'd only picked up 1 set in both of their losses to Washington. Tonight, though, a spot in the national semifinals on the line. The winner faces Penn State Thursday in Seattle. Sarah Shaw waiting to get the green light to serve. Good serve. Hagelin calls it off. Bricio. And blocked. Seveldin again.
Definitely an off night for Samantha Bricio, who regularly puts these balls away, just not as sharp as she usually is for USC.
20-17, Washington in the lead, and this time a service receive error by Bricio. How do you get out of this as a player, Holly, what Bricio's going through right now?
Well, it's tough. It's just next play. It can start any time. Mick Haley gave her a break last time she was in the back row just to think about it and get a little rest.
The serve at her again. Nwanebu, that is not who Washington wants to see swing, and she's now tied her career high of 21 kills, but it comes with no errors off 32 swings, and that translates into a .656 hitting percentage. Imagine batting that in baseball. That's pretty much what she's doing tonight on the volleyball court. Good serve from Olgard. Vansant. Misses, not touched, side out, USC. Olgard tonight, 6 kills, no errors herself, 5 blocks. And a successful swing from the middle this time by Melanie Wade.
Washington always strives for balance offensively. Getting kills out of the middle opens things on the outside. Melanie Wade and Leanna Sibelden, the key to Washington's success.
Nagaris back to serve. Washington 3 points from picking up its first set. Oh, nice dig. It's out. Just out.
Again, to the middle, Melanie Wade tries to get it in the corner. That missed by about an inch.
Yeah.
Did you see that with your glasses on?
I actually did. That's why I'm wearing them. McKaylee was trying to block me, but I got around him. Pizza Segola to serve. USC down by 2. Vansant, dug by Haglund. Bricio needs a kill to get going here for USC. Good hustle by Strickland. She does not give up on a ball. That is good. And Wade pushes Washington up to a 23-20 lead.
What a team player. Cassie Strickland chasing that ball over the bench to keep it alive for Washington.
Bricio. Good, she got it.
One play at a time when you're trying to work out of that slump, and that could start it for Samantha Bricio. Pretty high swing, splits the defenders on the back line.
Just the 6th kill for Bricio. Now here's where she is most strong, typically serving, but serving has so much to do with confidence. She went over the line.
I've seen her all year long and never seen a foot fault.
A foot fault on Bricio gives the set point to Washington. And Sarah Shaw keeps USC in this set. But still a few more set points for Washington. 2, in fact, to play with. No room for error for the Trojans. And it is Kaylee Nelson who sends this match to a 4th set.
Execution was the difference for Washington in that set. Low errors. I believe they only had 4 hitting errors in the entire set. That's more Washington-style volleyball.
So Kaylee Nelson ends that set for the Huskies, and we got ourselves a match here as Washington denying USC the sweep. A spot in the national semifinals on the line, the last spot, in fact. And we'll head to a 4th set when we return to Los Angeles. Back here in Los Angeles, we are headed to a 4th set. USC comes back and wins that 3rd set. Big story of the night for USC. Nwanebu with 21 kills, no errors. Haglund has 20 digs. And Vansant has tied her career high with 20 digs as well, and 17 kills too.
Natalie Haglund has been fantastic for USC, and Samantha Bricio just a little off. Sometimes it happens. NCAA tournament, she's had 11 kills. 11 aces, only 0 tonight, just off her game. It happens. She's human. I didn't think she was, but now I know.
Well, she still has time to get it back.
I don't know about Ebony Nwanebu, though. We'll have to check there.
She's not playing human tonight. Strickland ready to serve for Washington. We're started here in the 4th set. And Nwanebu. Question is, was it touched? Yes, it was. Point to USC. That would have been her first error had that touch not been called. 22 kills for Nwanebu. She had 18 last night. 40 kills over the 2 matches so far and just 1 error. That is put down by Munoz.
Kylan Munoz with only her 5th kill on her 15th swing. Big one. Straight down.
Orlandini to serve. We're tied at 1. And Nwanebu cuts that. She's unconscious tonight.
23rd kill. This ball set wide, and she does a cut shot. That's a finesse shot where your hand has to come around the ball, keep the ball in the court. Amazing.
(2-1) USC leads. Bricio hits into the block. Hit up from Hagelin. And Bricio goes cross court. Orlandini digs it. Good. Vansant.
What makes Krista Vansant so good is she takes so many tough swings. Washington keeps the ball alive. She's got a huge block, great defenders in the backcourt trying to stop her, and she's still able to put the ball away for Washington.
We're tied at 2, a must-win set for the Huskies. We've had 1 5-setter earlier today. That was Penn State and Stanford. Washington could win this, we'd have another. Block goes out of bounds, and another point for the Huskies.
Washington going on a little scoring run, feeling very confident. You sense the energy back in their game.
Yeah.
At one point, I just saw it leaving their face, but I feel like it's back.
Huskies were frustrated for a while, as all the emotional energy was possessed by USC. That's turned around. Ruddens, though, tries to get it back. We're tied at 3.
Elise Ruddens, also a freshman on the right side for USC. 6th kill for her.
Now Bricio, who foot faulted the last time she served. 5 aces last night, but hasn't come close to that level yet tonight. Searching for her confidence. That's a good serve. And Vansant puts it down again.
Krista Vansant goes kind of outside the block for her 20th kill. USC leaving her some space down the line.
20 kills, 21 digs. That's good. Couldn't have walked it over there any better by Schreier.
Hannah Schreier, 14 in black, finding the corner. We've seen 3 middles rotating in for USC. Alicia Ogums, Hannah Schreier, and Alexis Olgard.
Good. I mean, that caught the very back of the line, but it counts.
Kaylee Nelson trying to find that corner, and oh my gosh, that was as close as it gets, but he was right on top of it.
He sure was. 5-4 Washington leads. Must-win set for the Huskies. Shaw misses. Another point for Washington. Good serve. And Nelson firing up the Huskies.
Washington looks more like the team that I saw during the Pac-12 conference play. Putting the pressure on their opponents, digging balls, and transitioning them for kills.
They are up 3 now. And Olgar comes up with a winning shot. A little touch shot.
That's the shot we've seen Leanna Sebeldon of Washington use. The little touch shot over the block. Everybody's a little tentative to get that ball up, just watching it drop.
Crone to serve. Nelson picks up another kill. Nelson and Vansant. Sebeldon too. They have really come on strong for Washington in this comeback, that front line.
The intensity is definitely there, getting holes in the block for USC, but guess who's back on the court?
Nwanebu. It's got to go over, and the Huskies can't save it. Point to USC.
Back to serve, number 10, Sarah Shaw.
Munoz with a full head of steam puts it down for Washington, and the Huskies lead by 3.
Back to serve, number 8, Cassie Strickland.
Strickland with another impressive jump serve, just like Bricio. Munoz takes it over. Vansant.
This is the Washington team that I'm used to seeing on a roll, digging, and then fastball out to Krista Vansant on the pin. Big kill.
Timeout USC. So Washington trying to push this to a final set. Mick Haley strategizing to avoid that. Washington trying to push this match to a final set, up 10-6 here in the 4th. NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship coverage continues with the national semifinals this Thursday at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN2. For more information on the NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship, visit NCAA.com, your home for all 89 NCAA championships. Wisconsin faces Texas at 7:30, and the winner of this gets Penn State at 9:30 Eastern this Thursday on ESPN2. Stays alive. And Nwanebu gets the side out for the Trojans with her 24th quill.
Unbelievable. We almost saw an error, but her team saved it with a nice cover play for USC.
Sebeldon, wide open court to hit into.
I love this middle execution. Leanna Sebeldon gets her arm up. Hannah Schreier was not all the way in front of her hitter. Leanna Sebeldon from Washington made her pay.
A lot of looks of confidence on the faces of the Huskies. And Vansant challenges the freshman and comes away with a kill.
The last 3 or 4 times, Washington's been able to slow down Ebony Nwanebu and get the ball back out to Krista Vansant for kills.
Nwanebu just too powerful.
If she's not hitting it down, she's hitting it flat so deep that the defenders in middle back cannot run it down.
25 kills, no errors, 40 swings. That's a .625 hitting percentage. Good dig by Hagelin. Bricio trying to get going. Orlandini stops her. Good dig by Bricio. And Bricio gets the kill.
Washington was complaining that USC was in the net. I saw the net going up and down, just did not see who was in the net.
Pizza Segola serving. Still a 3-point Husky lead. Vansant makes it a 4-point lead.
That's a fun X-play right there. You see Melanie Wade go for the 3 set and Krista Vansant come around for 2 in the middle.
And Bricio warming up for USC.
Ball pushed out, big hole in the block. Samantha Bricio this time makes sure she goes high hands for the kill.
Bricio up to 8 kills, 15 digs. Starting to get some of her confidence back. This is where you really see it in her serve. That was a good serve. And Sant with off speed and finds success. Such a high volleyball IQ possessed by the Pac-12 Player of the Year.
Samantha Bricio bombs her serve. Washington able to pass it and then back to Krista Vansant. Set was off the net, but she finds a way to find the floor.
Good serve by Vansant. Nelson. Bricio back row, off speed, pancake, no. Orlandini promises she got it, but doesn't get the call.
Let's see it. It looks like she might have slid underlet. Ooh.
Huh. I think she's got a pretty good case.
The replay shows that.
Side out though to USC. That's got to go over. Orlandini does it. And runs, gets the kill. It's touched by Washington. And USC is within 2, and Washington wants a timeout.
Elise Ruddens gets the ball to the pin on the right side and then executes. She attacks right in the seam between 2 Washington defenders.
Now USC going for another national title. They haven't won one since 2003 when the Trojans beat Florida 3-1. This was in Reunion Arena down in Dallas, Texas. Mary Wise's Gators won the first set, then USC came back with the second and third sets. 4th set, USC took it home. And USC won. That was their 2nd straight title, 3rd in school history, and the last one they won. Stanford has won the most all time. Penn State, though, obviously trying to catch Stanford this year. Penn State will be in the national semis on Thursday. Texas winning its 2nd national title last year, still in the hunt. So, of course, the Trojans would love to add another one to this trophy case. This is quite a distinguished athletic department. In fact, not only an NCAA championship, but an Olympic medals. This athletic department at USC has produced more Olympic gold medalists and overall medalists than any other U.S. university.
That's That's a good fact, Sam.
Yeah.
I thought it was UCLA.
Well, you're a UCLA alum, so you would think that.
Well,
So.
doesn't UCLA have more NCAA championships than any other school?
Yes, actually. You're right.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm not knocking UCLA.
No,
Just
I really did think that
giving
was
you
an
the
interesting-
USC note.
It was a fact I did not know.
Yeah. Put it this way, this is a hotbed for Olympians, period, here in Los Angeles. Vansant picks up the point for the Huskies.
Vansant, excuse me, 25 kills, matching Ebony Nwanebu on the USC side.
Vansant with the set over the left side. Good dig by Hagelin. Oh, wow. But the block is too tough.
Cassie Strickland, undersized outside hitter, 5'8", showing how big she is. Watch this block on the right side. Gets up huge to end that rally for Washington.
I couldn't even see her, Holly, because Sabeldon was behind her and blocked her out. She's so short compared to Sabeldon. 16-12, Huskies leading, trying to force a final set. And there's an error by Nelson.
Washington's defense looking a lot sharper, getting more transition swing opportunities, but USC hanging in there, and number 7 in black just came back in.
Hagelin leaves her feet. Nwanebu blocked. Back row attack from Vansant, and this time not even Hagelin can dig that. And it's 17-13 Washington. Washington has not surrendered this lead here in the 4th set.
And Krista Vansant coming up with huge swings in transition. That one from the back row for her 26th kill.
Nwanebu, yes, it's good. Everything that's left her hand pretty much has been good tonight. Back of the line.
2 stars, 1 on each side of the net, both with 26 kills. That is right on the back line.
Vansant powers through from the back row.
That is so impressive because USC's got a huge block lined up to slow Krista Vansant. Watch the arm speed from Krista Vansant in the middle of the court. Just accelerates it high and fast. Amazing.
Look at those numbers. 27 kills, 24 digs. Strickland ready to serve. Good up by Strickland. Out. Point to USC. 18-15. Ogums will serve for USC. And a service error. 19-15 Washington. Sixth service error for the Trojans.
Washington really focused on closing the block. Wade closes to Vansant wide, but Ebony Nwanebu comes inside with heat. That ball is impressive.
What a night for Nwanebu. This is a career night for the freshman. And Vansant, no one was going to stop her.
Good thing for Washington, Ebony Nwanebu off the floor. The other good thing for Washington, 28 kills. Krista Vansant getting better as this match goes on. And we're at the end of this set 4.
That is her season high, 28 kills, Vansant. Nagaris recovers, sets Vansant. And now she has her season high 29 kills.
Another transition set in Washington going to their hot hitter, number 16 in white, Krista Vansant, the Pac-12 Player of the Year.
Timeout by USC. We just saw USC's national championship flashback on the last timeout. Now let's take a look at Washington's, the only national title in school history, 2005 in San Antonio. Washington sweeping Nebraska that night. It was in the Alamo Dome. Washington won the first set 30-26. That's when they played the 30 win by 2, won 30-25, and then finished off the third set 30-26. That was the only national title in Washington history, and it was back in 2005, just before we had the era of Penn State winning 4 in a row. Texas, the defending national championship. On this roster right here, Penn State and Texas still alive. They'll be playing Thursday, but not against each other. Texas will be facing Wisconsin, and Penn State is awaiting the winner of this match. Again, both those matches Thursday night, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN2 is when they get started.
Still a lot of volleyball to be played here in Los Angeles. I cannot wait to see what happens because the stars on both sides of the net are stepping up big.
Well, they're having fun here in the Galen Center. An entertaining end to our regional finals. The last spot in the national semis up for grabs, and these two are playing like it. Neither wanting to lose. Neither giving up. Nagaris to serve, Washington 4 points from a final set. And Vansant makes it 22-16.
We're in a situation, especially in transition for Washington, when all of us in the Galen Center, again, know where it's going to Krista Vansant. She's still able to put the ball down.
Ace for Nagaris.
Washington, one of the best serving teams in the country, finding Samantha Bricio down the line.
And Bricio keeps the Trojans in this set.
10th kill on the night. Her numbers are low for her normal performance, but she's still finding a way to help USC tonight.
And Bricio back to serve. Huskies trying to get to set point, but facing the best server for USC. Orlandini, good serve receive. That's good by Vansant from the right side, and it's set point Washington. Just out. So the first set point goes unconverted. Vansant commits the service error. And it'll be Hagelin serving for USC. Still a bunch of set points for Washington. Good hustle by the Huskies. And Strickland ends it. We'll head to the final set to determine our last spot in the national semifinals, as they each win 2 sets in a row.
Momentum right now on Washington's side. Cassie Strickland with the kill.
Here's the last play that sent this match to a 5th and final set. It was Cassie Strickland getting the kill for the Huskies. And the Huskies have won 2 straight sets since intermission. And here we go, Holly. First of 15, win by 2. We'll take this final set. And we have had quite a few individual performances tonight, but none more impressive for USC than Nwanebu.
Ebony Nwanebu, the freshman on the right side, has been unstoppable. 27 kills on 44 swings. And then on the other side of the net, I don't even know what to say. Krista Vansant stepping up huge when her team needed her most. 31 kills.
Here's a look at the numbers. Vansant, 31 kills, 25 digs.
Getting it done, and right now momentum on the Washington side. If they can maintain the level they've been playing it the last 2 sets, they've cut their errors way down and they're executing better defensively.
So again, this is first of 15, win by 2.
Strickland to start set number 5.
Here we go, 5th set. Good. Vansant gets the first point of the set.
It starts with a layout dig by Cassie Strickland. That ball was going over her head. She stabbed it to keep it alive for the transition point opportunity.
Sarah Shaw, we're tied at a point apiece. A spot in the national semifinals overall at stake immediately, but both these programs chasing national titles as well, the 4th for USC and the 2nd for Washington.
Point for the Huskies.
2-1 Washington.
Pressure for this from the service line will be the difference in this 5th set. Who can do it better?
Out, but it was touched.
28 kills. Right through the seam.
And Nwanebu again.
looks like we're replaying the same play, but it just keeps happening. Ebony Nwanebu, amazing and so terminal for USC tonight.
Bricio doubles up the score. And a timeout taken by Washington. USC up 4-2 in the final set. First to 15, win by 2 wins it. The Men's College Cup continues tomorrow for the National Championship in Men's Soccer. Maryland and Notre Dame at 3 Eastern on ESPNU. It's also live on the Watch ESPN app. USC up 4-2 here in the final set, trying to get to the national semifinals. Natalie Hagelin back to serve for the Trojans. Vansant.
Krista Vansant continues to answer. 33 kills, hitting over 350.
Wow.
71 swings.
It was touched by USC. Point to the Huskies, and we're tied at 4.
Again, the net was bouncing, and by the time I turned to see who it is, everybody's pointing, but it looked like somebody was in the net. Coach Mick Haley agrees as well.
Nogueras to serve. Put down by Olgard.
That's what senior middle blockers do. They pass and make themselves available. Big play by Alexis Olgard. Nice pass.
Pizza Segola comes in to serve for the Trojans. Vansant misses. 6-4 USC.
Watch the arm acceleration by Krista Vansant. Boom, and just misses it about 3 inches wide.
And Vansant makes up for that miss with a kill there.
Credit Jenny Nogueras for getting some space. Big seam between 2 blockers. Right now, Washington putting Gabby Parker into block for Cassie Strickland. Some size at the net to slow down the offense of USC.
Error by Nelson.
Cassie Strickland back in to pass for Washington.
Bricio ready to serve. USC has led most of this final set. A miss by Bricio.
Another blocking substitution. Same thing. Gabby Parker in for Cassie Strickland in Washington.
Wade gets the kill for Washington, and we're tied at 7.
It helps when you're 6'4", but give credit to Melanie Wade. She took an aggressive swing at that.
Ruddens pushes the lead back up to 1, and they'll change sides. So USC leads 8-7 on this changeover. The winner of this will face Penn State Thursday night in Seattle. Whittingham to serve for USC. And Shaw gives the Trojans a 2-point advantage.
That's only her 8th kill, but boy, that's a big one. Going up by 2 points in this 5th set.
And another timeout taken by Washington, as USC has another 2-point advantage. Again, the winner of this faces Penn State Thursday night in Seattle. And obviously, one of the big playmakers for Penn State is their setter, Micah Hancock. So that's who one of these teams is going to have to deal with. Hancock, an excellent server as well as passer.
Very offensive. She's left-handed, great all-around athlete. Her jump serve is one of the best in the country, along with Samantha Bricio. But she does a fantastic job running that Penn State offense.
So this is first of 15, win by 2 in this final set. And USC desperately trying to beat Washington, a team it lost to twice this year.
Both teams leaving it all on the floor, playing hard, trying to make things happen.
Vansant answers for Washington.
Krista Vansant in the back row from Washington, but still an offensive weapon. So good right to the corner with heat.
Beals back to serve for Washington. Strickland ties the score at 9.
Wow, I think my heart is racing. I just, this is crazy. Cassie Strickland comes up with a big swing, ties it up 9-9 in the 5th set.
The block by Sebelden, and USC leads by 1. And Washington leads by 1. USC wants a timeout.
This is one of Washington's best skills, blocking. Nice close block by Kylan Munoz and Leanna Sebelden. Washington feeling confident, energy on their side, but USC playing extremely well. Ebony Nwanebu not on the floor yet, but could be coming very soon.
So 10-9, first of 15, win by 2, goes to the national semifinals. USC going for its 4th national title if they make it. They haven't won one since 2003. Washington won the national title in 2005. That was the only national title in Washington history. High stakes. It'll be Beals serving, Washington up 1.
Replay is called.
Replay officials weren't ready.
Beals to serve.
Shaw ties the score.
9 kills. Another big swing by senior Sarah Shaw.
Crone to serve, we're tied at 10. Saveldin. Washington up 1.
Washington going back to their middle quick attack. They went away from it, but Leanna Saveldin gets a hold of that one for Washington.
Strickland the best server for Washington, back to fire away. Service error. Tied at 11.
Back to serve, number 10, Sarah Shaw.
Vansant gets it. And Washington back to a 1-point advantage.
What a swing. Krista Vansant splits the defenders. This ball is set inside. She gets her feet there. Wow.
Nwanebu's had the hot hand. Vansant.
Krista Vansant for Washington saw the opening, chopped it down the line, just missing wide.
So it's 12 all.
That's 12 for Samantha Bricio, and it doesn't matter what happened before, it's what happens now in this 5th set.
USC looking for match point. Not going to get there yet, but it is 13-all in that magic moment where the winner of this point is going to have a match point.
Both teams playing so hard every point.
Nogueras to serve. gives match point to USC.
30 kills on the night. Ebony Nwanebu leaving the floor. Can USC get it done with her on the bench?
All it takes is 1 point. Pizza Segola to serve. The national semifinals on the line. And it's win by 2.
Another huge swing by Krista Vansant. Both teams working so hard. Krista Vansant in the back row for Washington. Ebony Nwanebu on the bench for USC.
Another match point for USC, and Bricio will serve. This could be big, but Bricio hasn't had the night she normally has. What a chance to redeem herself. It's out.
Point for the Huskies.
Unbelievable. Blocking substitution for Washington. Gabby Parker going in for the 5'8" Cassie Strickland.
And Parker gets the point, tooling the block.
That is not easy to do. Come off the bench and come up with a big kill like that.
Timeout USC, match point Washington. Wow, Holly, my heart is racing.
I was just going to say the same. I'm too old for this. I feel like I'm in it. My body's tense. My heart is racing.
I mean, what a match. It'll be the first match point for Washington, who is the #1 seed in this region. They've beaten USC twice this year.
Numbers exactly even. USC hitting 264, Washington hitting 264. Wow. What an improvement for Washington after the first 2 sets, coming back, fighting themselves back into this match.
So it'll be Washington serving with a chance to end this match. USC led by 2-0. Washington came back, and it's very much been in question this entire final set. Washington out of the timeout early, as you might imagine, ready to go.
I don't think anybody could have written a better script for this match.
It'll be Wade serving to try to end it. Parker does it. Washington is going to the national semifinals.
I'm in shock.
17-15 in the 5th.
Gabby Parker off the bench with 2 huge kills for Washington. But both teams played at such a high level. Well-fought battle on both sides of the net.
So the Huskies into the semis for the first time since 2006 to face Penn State Thursday night.
Gabby Parker, the last swing of the match, able to tool the block.
And with that, Washington and Jim McLaughlin can finally celebrate.
That's something you don't see too often.
So again, Thursday night's national semifinals are set. Washington of the Pac-12 moves on to face Penn State at 9:30 Eastern. That'll be preceded by Texas and Wisconsin at 7:30 Eastern. Both of those matches on ESPN2. So be sure to tune in to ESPN2 for those national semifinals at 7:30 Eastern. For Holly McPeak, I'm Sam Gore. Thanks for joining us, everyone. What an effort tonight. Washington moves on. So long from Los Angeles.